Waiting for you.
You are waiting for live stream, no, restream. Okay. If you
Oh,
know,
this
if
says
you are,
live.
if
Yeah,
we
It's
are
not.
live, it says here we are live, but I'm not sure.
yeah. 20 seconds live.
Okay, we are live, certainly.
Yes, it
Okay, so
says
this is
live.
this is called Random Musings. It's going to be a weekly, or at least hopefully weekly, live stream, and we decided to start it today because no one will be watching, being a
Be-
Halloween.
yes.
Of course, it's not really important here in Portugal. We don't really have
Yeah,
a
it's
tradition
too
of
important now.
celebrating.
It's
Mm,
annoying. I mean,
well,
if
well, in
kids
You
my
don't have
start,
those
neighborhood,
silly American holidays.
no, no. Here in my
I
neighborhood,
mean,
there's lots of kids on the streets dressed up with their
but
parents.
asking for trick or treats, that's not because they
Yep.
should do it tomorrow and ask for Deus. That will
Yes.
translate to bread for gods.
Or yeah, kind of something like
Yeah,
that.
we don't do,
Okay, so I'm not
and
going
it's
to
not sweet.
introduce.
People
I'm not
give.
going to introduce myself or Sylvia because if you are watching this channel, you probably know who we are. You
If
might not
not,
know who
you just came
Pedro
by
is.
accident.
If you don't watch our live plays, you haven't seen him yet. This is the
And
first
of
time
course
that
you
is.
don't.
Yeah.
Of course, you
And
don't.
and you don't have the need to know me because I'm just some random guy that they caught up from the streets.
Yeah, he's a homeless man.
Yeah, almost, man.
We give him a house with all our
Yeah,
RPG money.
yeah. And I broke the bed already.
Now, this is probably going to be our last live stream because with Pedro here, I'm
Yeah.
sure YouTube will ban us forever. And the OSR dwarf, also known as Mark Brooks, is also
Howdy, howdy.
he has been here in live stream, so it's not his first time. Anyway, again,
Oh,
random musings. Of course, today because we don't have a guest, a special guest. Uh,
Not,
I
not
know,
that we are saying that Pedro and the
no, they are
USR
not.
dwarf are not
They are part
special.
of
Of
the
course
Ratchet
not.
crew. They are not
Yes.
special. So this is going to be about Halloween and horror, of course, because it's the today's subject. And as we were mentioning before, in Portugal, Halloween is not really a traditional holiday, though we
It's
have
a little
important.
bit more today because we have these days because we have imported it.
Yeah,
Yeah. We have a
I
day
was about to
tomorrow,
ask, do you guys do the um
Day of the Dead tomorrow, something like that.
yeah, All
Yeah,
Saints Day?
All Saints Day.
Okay.
Yes.
that is a tradition. Actually, the kids would go around knocking or on doors.
In the streets, asking for bread.
Yeah, in this case, they, they ask for bread,
They were not.
not candy.
They
But
didn't
they're not
really
expecting.
want bread. I mean,
They're not
if they give
expecting.
them bread, they were. Yeah.
Yeah, they probably would be annoyed. Years ago, people would give them money.
Hmm.
Nowadays, I don't know if they are still doing it. Probably not. They changed it for Halloween, I guess. Possibly, maybe.
Stupid. So now they get candy instead of money. Kids are
Yeah.
getting stupider.
Yeah.
When I lived with my mom, there were some kids that used to go knocking on doors, but they were actually poor because so she sometimes would actually give them flour and rice and stuff like that, but they didn't complain because in that case they really needed. They would probably took it back to their mom and they would eat that day.
Here we are with third world stories about also.
In a first world country.
Yeah, kind of. Portugal is more like a second world country, and
Well, now
going
it's going to be a terrible.
quickly moving into a third world country because
But it's
we are in
important to
fact in the
say that
third
this
world.
is not Bangladesh.
No, this is
Oh,
not.
that's
No,
racist.
That is
don't
the
say that.
latest controversy.
Yeah, but and my wife and my son are on are in the living room. They are watching Netflix
proper?
because today
Oh.
Netflix is all of the of the movies are horror movies. Horror in brackets, of course.
Like what?
Oh, they're watching now Mr. Babadook.
Yeah, I know the name, but I've never watched.
Yeah,
it.
yeah. It's not important.
I assume it's rubbish. If it's Netflix, it must be rubbish.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about not rubbish, like horror movies, I guess, but not those.
There you go.
Favorite horror movies. Let's do this as a first subject, and I can start. I'll say one. It would be hard to just say one, but we can add a few more after that. I will say one of my favorite horror movies is The Exorcist, because I saw it
Yeah.
as a
Yeah, it's a
as a
classic.
kid, and so probably one of those times that I was scared by a horror movie because I was too young for that. So The Exorcist is a classic and definitely an excellent horror movie.
That's a good one. That's a very good one, actually.
The first horror movie that I remember, at least I think it was the first movie that had a quite impact on me. It was the Blob.
Oh,
Yeah, the Blob.
I didn't watch that one as a kid. I watched it much later in VHS.
I don't remember what was the first horror movie I ever watched. I think it was probably one of the Freddy Krueger movies, but I'm not sure.
Event Horizon was the second one that I would be mentioning. Though it's probably
Oh.
also a science fiction movie as well. But
Yeah, it's also the Andromeda Strain. It's not.
Yep.
I think it's not quite horror, but yeah, it's also.
yeah. I think that's more sci-fi thriller.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's first and there's favorite, and then there's which one scared me most. Because the reality is those are not necessarily the three same things. So the first horror movie that really jumps out at me was Universal's The Wolfman. That's the first one I actually remember seeing. I saw it on television, of course, in black and white. It probably wasn't a very good print, but it really stuck in my memory. That was a movie that when I was a little kid was very creepy because, of course, I'd never seen it before. And I wasn't aware of the Universal Monster series or the tropes or how those movies weren't really viewed as scary anymore. But that was the first one I saw. So in terms of favorites, Ghost Story. That movie absolutely had me jumping out of my skin. There were parts of it that I had a hard time watching because you know what's coming down the stairs. I want to be careful what I say because I don't want to spoil it for anyone. But you know what she's going to look like when she comes down the stairs because you know what she is by that point in the film. She's already killed the man's brother. She's already, given his father a heart attack. It had some great actors in it, like Fred Astaire. And, it came out of that period of time right around the time that The Shining came out and various other movies in that vein. And they all kind of had this stylistic approach. And it always really, really struck me, that particular movie. It was almost perfect as an adaptation.
And another movie that quite had an impact on me, I went to see it in the movies, was the Fright Night.
Oh, that was a pretty good one. It was a little gonzo, but it was...
Yeah, the first one, yeah.
Yeah.
I know I watched Ghost Story, but I can't remember it.
So that's the one by Peter Straub where there's this woman who shows up in the life of this family, and in particular of this young teacher, whose father is part of the society that tells ghost stories. It could be a good one for you to rewatch if you haven't seen it in a while. It is a decidedly creepy movie.
I don't
So
know.
that
I watched.
one
I
I
didn't
think I
remember.
didn't. Yeah.
I just checked it.
is
John Houseman and Fred Astaire, right?
John Houseman and Fred Astaire.
Yeah. So I remember that. I remember seeing them in a movie, but in a horror movie.
As a horror movie, that one is a favorite because it was so well done.
Oh, and also I enjoyed quite a lot some of the stories from the Twilight Zone.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, that was a good series.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
what's
one that I guess is high art was Kubrick's The Shining.
I was gonna say that was
Yeah.
gonna be that is my
Definitely one
favorite.
of my favorite.
Although it's not
And if-
really
and if-
really an horror. I mean, it is, but it's not, right? I mean, it's almost a thriller because yes, there are ghosts there, but the most thing is that the father is going crazy. So it's it's horror, but it's not. Yeah, it's supernatural, but the supernatural is not really the
It has
strongest
a
element.
strong thriller element. I would argue
Yeah.
that it is horror
I think so.
because
It is
it's
horror, but I mean, but it's a mix of horror and thriller. But that one
Perhaps-
is my favorite for
Yeah,
sure.
perhaps psychological horror.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I would call it straight supernatural horror, to be honest with you.
Mm.
It does have that weird 70s take on ghosts where it's constantly trying to trick you. And Kubrick was very good at this. He's constantly playing games with perspective. And one of the things that he did, and you have to go back and watch the movie a second or third time to catch him at it, is he's constantly making the actors break the fourth wall. Have you ever noticed how in The Exorcist they make eye contact with the camera all the time?
Yeah.
That's poor acting. You're not supposed to do that. Kubrick told them to do it. Why? He wanted these actors staring right at you when they were doing this stuff because he was convinced it would pull you into the action. And you know what? He was probably right.
Mhm.
He was kind of an odd dude in some ways, but it was that one was creepy. And of course, Stephen King's a complete pussy about it. But and the reason why is because he did a self-insert. If you read the book, it becomes obvious.
I never
Jack
read
is yeah.
As usual, it's supposed to be him. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I did
it's-
saw that telefilm, that you don't call it telefilm, right? That movie.
Oh, the
film,
one the King
whatever.
himself directed?
Yes, it's awful. I saw bits of it. Ugh.
That's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it was it was gay. It was very gay.
Okay.
That was absolutely pink here, poof, just swinging his hips gay. That was one of the
No,
gayest
but-
things I'd ever watched.
But gay or can be gay, and I'm thinking, for example, of Hellraiser.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, yeah, okay.
And
So that's a
Bigu.
different kind of gay, but yeah, I see
Yeah,
what
I
you're
know.
getting at. Yeah.
The new Hellraiser was really gay. Not the
Yeah. But I'm talking about the classic one. But that's
classic one is a little bit less gay. It could be.
Oh, and also the invasion of the body snatchers with the Sutherland is the father.
mhm.
Oh, you're talking about the remake? Yeah, that
No,
was
no,
a very
no, no.
creepy
No,
film.
the original one.
No, the
Yeah,
original.
That one is good. Yeah.
The original one was a black and white movie from the 50s.
Okay, so
Oh, yeah.
the remake, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's an old remake. They actually did a pretty good job with it too. It's kind of like when they did The Thing. That was a remake of the 1950s film The Thing from Another World, where James Arness actually played the monster. And because they needed a big guy, and so they said, "Hey, Jimmy, do you want to do it?" Yeah, sure. How much you paying me? Anyway. So, but yeah, then the movie that the John Carpenter thing, that's another one. And that one is very interesting because it gets into cosmic horror, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have this malicious thing from beyond the stars. And yet, is it malicious in the usual sense? Or is it just that, oh, well, you're there, you're meat? Because it seems oblivious. It will infect anything and take it over.
And there's also another movie that, well, it's not horror per se, but I can, I consider it horror. It's the Birds from Hitchcock.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, that is a classic thriller, and it is terrifying. I will say that. That's one I'm going to have to sit down and really analyze because it's class like Psycho. It's classically thought of as a thriller, but I would argue that both it and Psycho have strong horror elements. Psycho is not just a slasher. It gets into an entirely different degree of evil. And almost like a haunting. Yes, we're left to believe that Norman Bates is simply insane. And that's certainly the tack they took with the later, Psycho movies that Hitchcock wasn't even involved in, like Psycho 2 and Psycho 3 and all that. But if you look at the original Psycho, it's like, is he insane or is he just possessed? Because he sounded an awful lot like an old woman. Of course, we now know that he had problems being homosexual at the time, although he supposedly got that fixed later.
And also then we have
I didn't know it was fixed.
And we have several subgenres of horror. We have cosmic horror,
existential horror.
Yes, the slashers horror with
slasher horror.
With the Friday 13th,
monsters,
Elm Street, all of that.
Classic horror, supernatural horror, Victorian horror.
Space horror, Alien being one of
them.
And
zombies. Night of the Living Dead. One of my favorites.
Zombies.
Zombies have become kind of their own thing. Some of those get more into the action genre, though. I think the original Alien was definitely sci-fi horror. The Aliens movie, the follow-up, was really more action-oriented.
In
the
that was the horror part of it.
In the first movie, you don't fight the alien. It's like this thing that just pops out of nowhere, empties your brain with that long proboscis mosquito type thing of it had with teeth in it. And then it's gone. And it's not fightable. It's just there and it does its thing. I think when Ripley finally gets rid of it, it's like she has to throw it outside the craft, and then it tries to climb up the engines. So she turns the engines on. As I understand in the original ending, she actually died. The ending that they ended up with in the theaters was not the original ending, but the original Dan O'Bannon ending was apparently far too grim, and it just didn't play well with audiences. So,
okay,
I don't know. Maybe it would be more
and
more horrific.
And then you can have a franchise.
And also, there's a recent movie. There's also a recent movie that I enjoy it. I don't know if you saw it or enjoy it also, but I considered in the veins of H.P. Lovecraft genre, it's The Lighthouse.
Oh, The Lighthouse, yes.
I started watching it, but then
we tried.
I mentioned that.
Kind of boring. Not that
and they were talking in a funny way, and Miguel started. I have no patience for this shit. This is stupid.
I enjoyed that movie.
Kind of fun.
There's Annihilation.
Oh, Annihilation, yes.
Yeah.
Quite recent, yes.
That one definitely is in the cosmic horror genre, I think.
Yes.
I think that's fair. Because the Shimmer is not, it's like you're just in the way. The Shimmer arrives and it's oblivious to you. You enter it and then it transforms you, and then you go insane and accept the transformation.
Yes.
Yeah.
Have we watched any horror movie lately? This is for Sylvia, of course.
The last one we watched that one, The Ritual. That was, and we watched that with the Nicolas Cage, the legless or whatever, long legs.
Color Out of Space.
Color Out of Space.
Also that. Yeah. Well, the Nicolas Cage's movie.
No, I didn't watch that one.
Oh, did you watch Willy's Wonderland? The one that
Yes,
was
we also watched
basically.
that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Because I was about to say, you do realize that one came about because he asked to be able to make Five Nights at Freddy's. And I don't know if they saw his treatment and didn't like it, or they just didn't want it to be a Nicolas Cage movie, or he made the wrong offer, or they had their own plans, or what. But they said no, and so he just went off and made his own version and beat their version to market by like a year.
We actually we liked that one. We did that
Yeah. We like that one. It's fun.
Ratchet supplement called Ratchet World. It was inspired by that.
Oh, and we also have Poltergeist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
Poltergeist.
They're here.
Yep.
Yes, I remember that. Little Drew Barrymore.
Well, if you're gonna go with that, I also like The Omen because the fact it's a little kid and it's the devil.
Oh, and also speaking of kids, the City of the Damned. I think that's the name. Yes,
Yes,
City
when the
of
kids
Damned.
go crazy, with the evil kids. Yes, I like that one. I saw that one when I was a kid.
You know, there are good horror movies out there, but there's so many of them that are mediocre or are clearly they're trying to be horror and they don't make it. Others, there's a whole genre of films that are basically copies of Japanese or South Korean horror.
Yeah, The Ring,
like
for example.
The Ring, or what was the other one? Black Water.
Yeah, Blackwater also.
And The Grudge.
The Grudge.
And The Grudge.
And then they're all the same. That is the problem. They are basically all the same.
Too much hair.
Yes.
Oh, and also that one that they go to a forest to die, or someone loses a sister in the forest. I
the Blair Witch Project. I never
No.
That
it's also in Japan.
I don't remember. I know that there was a time. When was that? 2010. About that, there were a bunch of remakes of Japanese horror movies. Mm-hmm. I watched all the American ones, and then I watched the Japanese ones. Most of the Japanese ones were a little bit better.
Yes, although you have the problem with the fact that the Japanese actors, they seem like they don't act, right? Because they're Japanese. But it works better. That type of horror, that type of ghost, it works better in that culture. It's weird when it's... The Ring, the first time I saw it, I liked it because it was different. So it was like, okay, it's okay. But then when you were inundated with Japanese knockoffs...
Another movie that I also enjoyed a lot, and it's recent. Yeah, not recent. It's The Cube.
Mm-hmm.
There was a sequel.
Yeah, or we saw
two more sequels. It was Cube 2 and Hypercube, I think.
Hypercube, yeah.
We actually watched a horror movie with the guy from The Cube that we liked. I don't remember the name, but we watched it. Do you remember?
The protagonist or someone else in the movie?
I think it was the protagonist, yes. We saw a movie with that guy.
Let me check that.
It was a kind of a ghost story with an unexpected twist.
Okay.
I'm sorry, which one?
The guy from The Cube.
Oh.
We tried to figure out the name of the film because that one... I remember that we...
I don't know. I'm looking.
Yeah, it's probably going to be hard to find.
Oh, and also a movie that, well, you might consider it like a B series movie. I think it was from the 80s or 90s. A German movie, Das Lift. About an elevator that was possessed, like that movie, that American movie with a car possessed. What's the name of the?
Oh, Christine.
Christine, yes, but that one was with an elevator.
I remember the movie, but I didn't know it was German.
Yeah, Das Lift. Yeah, it was German.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's German.
So automotive horror is kind of its own little niche. You're right. A lot of people would think of Christine, but in a way, Stephen King was ripping off an earlier film called The Car. And is the car much more of a B movie? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have Christine's production value, obviously, but it's actually quite fascinating. I mean, basically, the vehicle in it, number one, the vehicle is awesome.
Yeah.
It's an awesome vehicle. It's
Yeah.
apparently it's an old Lincoln Continental
Yeah.
that somebody customized, and it is awesome, and it sounds like a monster. It probably had like a 429 Cobra jet or something in it. It was just a monstrous big 3-ton behemoth. And of course the car was actually a demon.
Yeah.
So, that one really caught my attention. I'll admit that.
Another one that one that you mentioned, the car. I also know that I watched it, but I don't remember watching
I know we
it.
have it on our to watch list on the of films, but I never picked it because it's a film about cars. I don't care if it's a possessed car.
Another
For
movie
twists. Go ahead.
no, another movie that I enjoyed. It's considered probably a cosmic or sci-fi horror movie. It's the Mist.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well that's another Stephen King film. Yeah.
I don't like that. I didn't like
Yeah,
it.
yeah. I watched part of it. I just did not get into it. A lot of King's
Is that the
films
one with Thomas
recently.
Jane or not?
No,
Thomas Jane is another one.
not the no. I'm
The
sorry.
Fog.
You're thinking of The Fog.
The Fog.
You're
Yes,
thinking of
The
John
Fog.
Carpenter's The Fog.
yeah,
Yeah.
The
Oh
Fog.
I was
boy.
thinking,
Yeah.
what
No,
the hell
that's
is wrong?
Yeah, The
What
Fog.
the
no,
hell
that's
is wrong
quite a
with
bit
you,
different.
Pedro? We're
No,
all
but
thinking, what the hell
the
is wrong
Fog
with you?
is excellent, of course.
Yes.
The Fog is a nightmare, and it includes
Fog.
pirates, ghost pirates. I love it.
Yes, that.
I quite like
Holy cow!
the woman, the radio DJ.
Hmm.
Oh yeah.
All those scenes when she's in the radio, that they're very, 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 very good. So yeah, definitely that one is on my list as well. Also, the Amityville Horror,
Oh yes, you should watch that.
the
Yeah.
original, of course.
That was another one that was decidedly creepy when it first came out, and since then it's been mocked and critiqued so much that it's taken some of the edge off for a lot of people. But it was a terrifying movie when it came out because of the suggestion that it was based on real events. And there were several 70s films that were like that. The Ghost of Flight 401 with Ernest Borgnine, which was supposedly based on real hauntings that happened on Eastern Airlines.
Oh.
Verisimilitude always adds to horror, right? So if you can make something seem like it was real, classic example is the Blair Witch Project.
Yeah.
Totally fake from beginning to end, but they had such a great campaign to fool you into thinking there was something there.
And it was all filmed with a shaky camera, like someone was filming.
Yeah, one of the first
Yeah.
instances of the so-called shaky camera thing. Yeah, they did. And it was
Yeah.
3 people who basically are nobodies. They still are nobodies.
It didn't work. Well, at the time, it worked.
It did.
Everybody
It
talked
did.
about it. I think I liked it at the first time
I
I
didn't
watched
like that, and I hate that it started
Different,
that fashion
basically.
of doing
it. Yeah,
of
that's
the
the
shaky
problem.
camera.
That's the
I
problem.
hate that.
Oh, and also that movie that is on Sweden with the American guys that go on spring break
Midsummer.
in the summer.
Midsummer.
Yeah, Midsummer. Yeah.
It's stupid. It's a bit stupid. It's
Yeah, but-
funny they deserve to die, and you are happy that they all die.
Yeah.
But in that, if you go into folk horror, I prefer
The Wicker Man.
the Wicker
Wicker
Man.
Man. Yeah.
Oh,
The original,
and to
of
be
course.
honest, the original.
Yes,
The
the
one
original.
with what's his face who played the Equalizer. And no, I don't mean the black guy. It was a great film. It really was. And at the ending, it's just, they're burning the man alive, and he starts singing a Christian hymn.
Yeah.
It was just, they understood what they were making. And it's weird because it was a horror movie that kind of predicted a trend and a tendency in the broader society as Europe was de-Christianizing, even at that very time, and in particular Great Britain. Nowadays, I have no idea what the Church of England is.
No.
There's probably a horror
No.
story in that somewhere.
Nobody
We
knows.
watched The Ritual recently to bring
Yeah.
Man Zero. It was
Yes,
nice, but it
sure.
was a bit strange. I expected to be. I mean,
It's not bad.
it had a good atmosphere, but I would say it's not. It wouldn't be remarkable if films lately
No.
wouldn't be that bad.
The only thing we can say is for a modern movie, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Yeah.
It's good. For a modern movie, it's good. For a horror movie, I don't think it will be a classic.
One
So
movie.
another horror movie that is reasonably modern, it's 2001. And I think was very interesting for the twist was The Others.
Oh,
Mhm.
the others. Yes, the others. Yeah.
That is also
With
it's
Nicole
a
Kidman.
version, right? The one that became famous. It's a version of the. Then we go into the Spanish horror that was
Oh,
also
yes,
copied
yes.
by the.
Yeah.
But you know,
Rec-
the thing about
Rec-
The Others is I
I'm not
didn't
sure if
see
the
the
other was
twist coming.
original or
The other
not.
is maybe, yeah.
It's supposed to be original. It was done. The play.
Mhm.
So
I think-
the director is Spanish.
Okay, but in that case,
Alejandro Amendabar or
Alejandro
Amenabar.
Amenabar.
Yeah,
Oh, this is original. No, it's original.
Okay.
original
But my-
screenplay.
There.
Oh, and
My
one movie.
favorite film is I'm trying to remember what is that film with Anna Paquin that is also with a Spanish director. Do
But
you
it's
remember
not
the name,
Amenabar.
Miguel? It's not Amenabar, it's another one. I need to look for Anna Paquin. That is one of my favorites, and I would still
Yes.
recommend.
I know it's with that Italian guy who is in Hannibal. He plays the inspector.
Hmm.
Let me check that.
And the mother, she's also known.
Yeah, she's known as well. Yes, I'm looking for that. Damn. Darkness.
Darkness, yes.
It's by Jaume Balagueró, the guy who did Wreck.
Yes.
Hmm.
Which is
Okay.
also good.
He's
Yeah.
probably more known by Wreck and all those. I don't know if he directed the sequels. Perhaps, maybe. I'm not sure about that, but he did Darkness. And Darkness is, I think, it's probably my favorite. There was also Fragile, but I didn't like Fragile. And The Nameless. The Nameless is also good. I think.
But I think Darkness is from the
Well,
Spanish horror films. I think Darkness is my favorite, and it has American. So it was done for the American market or for the foreign market in the original version.
And another horror movie that I laughed a lot. It was the Cabin in the Woods. Oh, geez.
Oh, dear.
That movie. Oh god.
That was
Oh,
so weird. That was all
yeah.
over the place.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
all over the place. I mean, it's like they were constantly changing which film it was.
Yes,
It's like,
yes.
oh, it's a straightforward horror movie in the wood. No, it turns out that that's all just a thing these guys are doing this experience. No, it turns out there's these outer world horrors that are
Yeah.
behind it all, and it was so bizarre.
Yeah, that was quite nice.
So if you're interested in movies like The Exorcist, have you looked at The Conjuring?
Yep.
It's
Yes.
I don't like it.
Yeah. I don't
I don't. That's the thing I don't like in those new those types of films, The Conjuring, Annabelle, is that they use sound to scare you. I hate those cheap tricks that they use in the on top of other things. I hate those cheap tricks that they use on the horror films today. They just put something they do a close up of something just popping in very quick on your face and a loud sound to scare you. I hate that shit.
Jump scares, yeah.
Yeah, I hate it. Yeah.
And also the
Like
Paranormal
Exorcist.
Activity series.
No, there's no Exorcist 2 that doesn't exist. But the third one, I liked it. with George C. Scott. George C. Scott has a great role there.
There's more than one Exorcist movie.
Yes.
Yes. So
There
there's
are
three.
supposedly there are three, but the second one, do not watch that because it's rubbish. The third one,
Is
the
okay.
Season of the Witch.
season of the
Oh,
witch.
with that Nicolas Cage also? No.
No.
No, it's much older than that. It's George C. Scott.
Hmm.
There, well, there's a Nicolas Cage movie with that name,
Yes, that's
but that's not horror. I think probably not.
no, that's not horror. No.
Same name, not same thing.
So
Probably.
The Exorcist 3 was actually written by William Peter Blatty, who wrote the original one.
Okay, so that makes a difference, of course.
Well,
The-
there was a TV show that there's the I don't know if it's really called The Exorcist. Do you remember? We watched the first season, and we watched the first season was interesting because it was really the same. It was a continuation of the Exorcists. So it was the girl grew up, and it was her daughter that was possessed. But you don't know that right away. Well, you know, of course, but they don't tell you in the show. But then the second season was a pile of shit.
As usual with
Yeah.
TV shows, they tend to do that on the second season. Let's destroy this thing, which is not bad. Let's make it bad, or let's make it woke. Another
No.
movie I liked was Dagon. It's not really well. It's a Spanish production. The director is Stuart Gordon.
Oh, Dagon. Yeah.
It's not really not a very memorable movie, but because it's Lovecraftian.
Yeah. It's on. Supposedly, it was in Dunwich, right? No,
Mhm.
Dunwich, right?
I'm not sure if it's called Dunwich because it's obviously a Spanish village, but
Yes,
maybe
but yeah.
It should be called The Niche or something.
Yeah, that movie.
So-
maybe it's called Dunwich. I don't know.
Why do they have such difficulty with movie adaptations of Lovecraft? So they did actually have the Dunwich Horror,
Mhm.
which I think most people considered more gonzo than anything else. They had Herbert West Reanimator.
Yeah.
They did do that.
I like that one.
I thought it was actually fairly well done. I mean,
It's not really an adaptation. It's kind of it's an adaptation, but it's not a period movie. So
some of the best adaptations have been done by the H.P. Lovecraft Society. They did a silent adaptation that was very faithful of the Call of Cthulhu. And
not Innsmouth. No, I don't think
Yeah.
so. I think it's a Spanish village.
And I thought that was one of the better I mean, it's not high budget, but I actually thought that's one of the better adaptations I've seen of a horror story. Was their version of the Call of Cthulhu. They then went on to do a 1940s Universal style movie that was an adaptation of The Whisper in the Darkness, and that was also very good. But it seems to be hard. I mean, oftentimes when Lovecraft is adapted, he's adapted in such a way that you almost lose track of what the adaptation is about. Because they change, they will sometimes change so much it's hard to know what you're watching.
Yeah.
I think there was a very famous example of that in a Boris Karloff film in the 1960s. That was the first adaptation of The Color Out of Space, but it ended up with the title Die Monster Die. And they changed virtually everything about the story. Kind of like what they did to Jurassic Park, which I know is not a horror film, but if you read the original novel by Crichton and compare it to the movie, they had Attenborough playing the billionaire, and he was this fluffy grandpa teddy bear. You read the book, he is a ruthless bastard. And he ends up getting eaten by his dinosaurs. And you don't feel sorry for him because he is evil. So yeah, very different book from the movie. So maybe Lovecraft is not the only author with that problem.
And what kind of subgenre of horror movies do you enjoy most?
Me personally,
Yeah, classic
supernatural horror.
horror, supernatural. Okay.
Straightforward supernatural horror. Um, uh, Closely, okay. Here we have
But what spirits?
there is a
Vampire?
intersection between supernatural horror
Hmm?
and religious horror
Mhm.
that is
Okay.
particularly disturbing. You've already named one of them, The Exorcist. There's another one, The Prophecy.
Yeah.
And I guess maybe that's why I've been working on Elohim, because to me, that kind of horror can really kind of put a chill up your spine. Because one of the biggest problems you have with horror nowadays is convincing people there's anything to be scared of. I think that's why so many films rely on jump scares, right? Because it's actually quite
Probably, yeah.
difficult to convince jaded audiences that there's anything for them to be afraid of. You know, they're going to go down and collect their SNAP benefits. They ain't afraid of nothing. They got their snacks. So
The Seventh Sign is also kind of in that style. Seventh Sign is with Demi Moore, I think. Yeah, Demi Moore.
I mean, if you look at the films that tend to make a lot of money that are called horror films, most of them are very unimpressive to me.
Final
Will
Destination.
Smith and I Am Legend.
Yeah, and
It.
in the same thing, you also have that Stigmata with Patricia Cat.
Yes.
That it
Yeah.
also has that feeling. I know, but it still has, but it has the same feeling. Yeah, that religious horror that is.
Oh, and also the one with I think Schwarzenegger, The End of Days.
Oh yeah, that's even worse. That one I wouldn't consider it even a horror movie. There are supernatural themes, but it's a Schwarzenegger movie. I don't even remember the story. I know that
it was the demon that the devil came to Earth and tried to impregnate a woman with.
Oh, you're talking about Rosemary's Baby.
well,
No,
that's
no,
not the one that I like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot of classic horror that could be considered religious horror. The Omen, we've already named The Omen.
Mhm.
The Conjuring is actually religious horror because it is Ed and
they
Lorraine Warren.
are religious people.
Yeah,
They're
doing a Catholic exorcism.
Yes.
There's The Rite
Mhm.
from 2011, and of course there's The Wicker Man. The Wicker Man is religious horror. It's about a cult. Yeah. And it's about a Christian policeman trying to do his job, and he becomes their victim.
Oh,
but yeah, Rosemary's Baby was awesome.
And also, there's another folk horror movie that I enjoyed. Again, I don't remember the name, but it's on some forest with the spirit forest. I think in Europe, in Iceland or something like that. I don't remember the name. There's a spirit forest.
That doesn't ring a bell.
That oh Jesus, what's the name of that movie?
Let me think of Troll, but that's not a spirit forest. It's a troll, and that's an awful film.
Troll is a troll.
Yeah.
No, not troll. No, it's older. Not that much older, but forest.
Okay, I also like.
I have to mention Retus Franco, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Pedro's great grandfather. Love Letters of a Portuguese Nun. That's
there you go.
Religious horror. Though the a bit strange, but it's still.
Well, they actually had a nunsploitation. Well, I guess it was not technically nunsploitation, but there was a film called The Nun that apparently had pretty good box office here recently.
Yeah, we watched it some time ago. It was not that bad. The Nun 2, we started watching it and then we gave up.
Oh, okay. That movie that I talked earlier, that is on a Japanese forest, is called The Forest.
Okay.
Of course.
I don't think
I'm guessing it's based on Akibahara.
Oh God, there's an horror movie called Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Jesus.
Oh my goodness.
Yep.
I actually don't care too much. I mean, there's so many of those what I call exploitation horror movies, and usually they're a little lame, or at least
Oh,
that's been my experience.
and also there is a subgenre that is the geological horror that you can include the ruins,
About
the
rocks.
yeah, the cave. I think also there's the movie that's the cave.
That's okay. Another religious one, The Devils, with Vanessa Redgrave and Oliver Reed.
Oh, there you go.
I think it's also possibly a non-exploitation
Ah,
movie.
okay. That movie that I said that was in the with the spirit the first spirit is called The Ritual.
Oh, you mentioned that before.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Scandinavian forest. Yeah.
I didn't immediately understand that you were talking about that.
Mm.
Yeah, there's a spirit in the forest, kind of a. Then it manifests as a monster.
Yes. Oh, and also a psychological horror thriller movie. It's Jesus, I forgot again. The writer is caught up by a fan and tortured. What's
Oh, you're talking about
Yes,
Misery.
the misery?
Misery.
Yes,
Misery.
misery. Yeah.
Yeah, I've gotten to where I just don't watch anything by Stephen King, to be
Yeah, I
honest
wouldn't
with you.
watch that one again.
Even though Misery had a couple of great
But,
actors in it.
Yeah,
Yes, I think we watched it. We were able to watch it, but it was because of the actors, of course.
but I really don't like the actress, and she's not
Yeah,
bad.
but James.
I'm hearing shouting.
Oh, it's the kids here. They're doing Halloween.
So here's the question: Is what is preferred for watching and rewatching? Newer horror or older horror?
I think older.
A lot of my favorites are older. Sometimes really old.
Yeah. Yeah, because sometimes they have the story. It's more captivating than the new ones, and the way that they tell the story, it's better.
Oh
Even
goodness.
even with, yeah, they went away. I don't know why. Even with the poorer or no special effects, I think that's better to tell a story than we are when you are overloaded with gore and lights and whatever.
No, I agree. I agree. I think that Hollywood has lost the sense of proper storytelling. Their
Yeah,
writing is
yeah,
not
yeah.
very good
But
anymore.
but not only in horror movies, any movie, any kind of
Well,
movie.
that's true too, of course. I don't dispute that at all.
We lost connection.
Yes,
Oh dear.
Now
you're back.
we're back.
So let's talk about, I mean, we've talked about religious horror. You know, we know about werewolf movies.
Mhm.
Like, what is your favorite werewolf movie?
American Werewolf in London. I think it's the
Oh,
name.
that one is a very good one. Yeah, I like that.
That French film. What is the name?
Something the loop.
Oh,
See,
the no,
The Brotherhood of the Wolf?
yeah,
The
probably
Brotherhood of
yeah,
the Wolf.
Brotherhood
that's
of
it.
yes.
And that one isn't the werewolf really more like a monster, or I'm not really sure. I mean,
Yeah, the
werewolves
werewolf
are
is a
monsters.
monster. Yeah,
But
in
what I
that
mean is
case,
that
it's not. The end, not really a werewolf.
Oh, it's not the monster. It's the beast of Gévaudan.
yeah,
It's not a
which
werewolf.
again,
Yeah.
based on a historical event, right? So that's you still get people arguing what the beast was. Some people say it was an escaped lion from a private menagerie.
Yeah, I think in the movie it's something like that. Yes.
Yes, a lion or something that someone
But
brought,
it's
and they put them
uh,
into a suit of
down
armor and tortured them and made them go crazy.
like goats in armor, but in this case it's a lion.
Combat goats.
Combat goats. I highly recommend that for fantasy games. Having combat goats.
I'm not a very a werewolf fan, no.
No, I'm not really a fan of the classic werewolf movie. I like it, but it's not my favorite classic. I like
So,
classics. I think I prefer the Mummy.
oh, there you go.
Which one? With Tom Cruise?
Boris Karloff.
Oh yeah, that was a very good film, and that came in at the tail end of the Egyptomania. If you'll remember, Egyptomania kind of hit Europe and America in the late 19th century, right?
Yep.
And it continued to be a big theme even through the Art Deco era. If you look at a lot of Art Deco stuff, it incorporates Egyptian themes sometimes.
Yeah.
And so the Wolfman and Dracula and Frankenstein, these are all classic Universal monsters.
Frankenstein also.
Yeah, and then you've got the Mummy, and that one was really interesting. I mean, it's odd because the Mummy is a big recognized Universal monster, and yet it's difficult to build kind of a concept of a regular monster around it, because it's like basically it's just another version of an animated corpse. It just happens to be Egyptian and.
It's basically a zombie with Rex.
It's a kind of undead.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
It's
except
not
in the
exactly
case,
a zombie because it's a mummy.
I was about to say it's actually intelligent and can pretend to be a man.
Mhm.
I always thought Karloff did a very good job with that stuff. It's funny, he came to that late in life because of the role in Frankenstein, but then he went on to do all those horror movies. He did do The Mummy. He also did Black Cat. He did a couple of them with Lugosi, if you'll recall. There's a sad story, Lugosi, Bela Lugosi, with his heroin habit, alas. And he took too long to learn English. Apparently, for years, he didn't want to bother learning English. He just wanted to do the lines. And, it's like, Boris, if you can't do English, you can't take proper direction, and you don't know what you're saying.
Yeah.
So it's like, Bela, if you don't know, Bela, learn English. He finally did, but by that time it had all kind of passed him by. But Karloff went on to continue to have leading roles for years in horror films. And of course, another favorite was Vincent Price.
Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like that those Roger Corman movies adapting Poe. There are at least 2, 3, 4. I don't know.
The Mask of the Red Death and The Pit and the Pendulum, and he did
The House. What's the
House of?
Oh, he did do the House on Haunted Hill. Yes.
Oh, yeah, and that one, that
he did the original black and white version.
Horror movie. I don't know. It's kind of.
Well, it was definitely meant to be. I will say this: the remake was much more frightening than the original, in my view.
Yeah, the original is not really a truly horror movie. It's just I don't know.
It's almost more a murder mystery.
Yeah, more like that. Yeah.
Because you find out that basically his wife is trying to murder him, and he ends up killing her instead.
I like that movie. I like his role, Vincent Price's role, but it's not really a horror movie. Murder mystery makes more sense for that. Yeah.
There's also that genre of so-called realistic horror, and what I mean is, if you think about, for instance, the Death Tunnel. which was made at the Waverly Sanatorium in Louisville, Kentucky.
Mm,
Um,
I don't.
Don't know.
if you haven't watched Death Tunnel, you may want to. So Waverly Sanatorium, of course, you know they had the tuberculosis hospitals or sanatoriums
Mhm.
because before the development of antibiotics, tuberculosis was basically a death sentence, right? They called
Yeah.
it the White Death
Mhm.
because you eventually got to where you couldn't hardly breathe, you had no energy, you went deathly pale, and then, of course, eventually you cough your lungs out and you just asphyxiate. With the advent of penicillin and other antibiotics, they were able to actually treat tuberculosis. But Waverly Sanatorium was one of the last large sanatoriums in the Midwest, and it's still standing.
Mhm.
It's obviously in bad repair. I think that it was last actually used as a hospital, like in the '60s or something like that.
Oh, it's closed.
And
It's closed.
yeah, it's been the source of all kinds of rumors. They claim you can see the shadow people there, all this kind of stuff. But a lot of the ghost stories center around something called the death tunnel. Their death rate was so high at one point in time from tuberculosis when the tuberculosis epidemic reached one of its peaks in the early 20th century that they actually built a tunnel from the hospital, which was located on high ground, down to a back parking lot where there were waiting hearses to take the bodies to the morgue, or rather to the undertakers. And they had a tunnel built because it was faster and easier to put the bodies on a gurney with wheels and roll it down the tunnel on a
Oh,
rope.
God damn it.
And they called it the death tunnel. and that's where the movie got its name.
Yeah, don't go to that tunnel at night with no lights.
I don't think I watched that. That doesn't.
Yeah, let me see if I can remember when.
Oh, another movie that I enjoyed. It was As Above, So Below
Oh yeah, well that's another
in
religious horror
Paris.
one, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I enjoyed that movie.
kind of a metaphor for journeying through the circles of hell. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the Death Tunnel was a low budget film from 2005, right? Right, I remember that. And again, it was really more remembered for the Waverly Hills Sanatorium, which, if you're going to make a horror film, it is a truly great location. I would encourage you guys to go on YouTube and find some of the videos where they show the Waverly Hills Sanatorium. It's a truly creepy place. And it especially was in the early 2000s when it was just beginning to really decay and you still had some internal structures there. But there were all sorts of stories. So yeah, the Death Tunnel is an example of what I would call low budget, almost and I realize it's a horror film, so really it can't be kind of its realism is limited because it is obviously talking about ghosts and poltergeists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's that kind of film where they're trying to give you the sense that it's almost like a documentary of real events in a real place. And the setting is a big part of it.
Why the hell did the picture on this movie as someone with a gas mask?
The Death Tunnel?
Yep.
Yeah, it's the cover, right? At least.
Yeah, it's the cover.
That's a good question.
2005.
That's a good question. I wish I knew.
Directed by Philip Adrian Booth.
A woman in lingerie, but with a gas mask.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 college women are locked in a Kentucky hospital, built in 1910, where 63,000 people died. Jesus.
Tuberculosis was horrific. It killed a lot of people. And the Waverly Hills Sanatorium was a major tuberculosis hospital. So, it had a lot of people come through the doors. But like I said, tuberculosis used to be a death sentence.
Yeah.
So
Well, nowadays also, if it's not treated, you die.
true.
Especially in
As we
Canada.
invite people from the third world, guess
Yep.
what? We're suddenly getting all kinds of diseases we thought we'd cured.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just waiting for the next major rabies outbreak.
Have we talked about vampire movies? Not yet. I don't think.
No.
Oh, vampire. Okay.
Oddly enough, no, we have not.
Nosferatu. You have lots. Oh, the missing
There are
bride.
so many.
Mhm.
You know,
I
there's
like-
the Lost Boys, which
Lost
is
Boys.
about
Lost Boys. Yes.
That's
yes,
the-
trying to make vampires kind of cool, although there's still
Yeah,
monsters in that movie.
yeah.
yeah, there are still monsters.
You also have Nadia. Let the right one in. Also,
Let the right one in was
the
to
original.
me the Swedish version
Yeah, the Swedish.
was very creepy.
Yeah.
It's
Mhm.
like the kid's being groomed.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he is. He's being groomed. Yeah, 30
Yes.
Days of Night.
30 Days of Night. Yes. Also.
Yeah, but the kid is being groomed by probably a vampire who looks like a child, but she's almost certainly centuries old.
Yeah.
And she's grooming him. She needs to replace her current guardian because he's old, and the truth is he's just not that useful to her anymore. You get to see how ruthless she is.
There
And
is
yet to
also I
him-
don't know if it's in the book or in that the girl is not really a girl, it was a boy that was castrated. In that kind of point, that is really, really old. Because it'll be the time
good
when they
heavens.
actually did that.
The castrati, yeah.
Yeah.
You have,
But no, in the movie she was definitely a girl.
and then you have the interview with the vampire also.
But that's not really I mean, it is horror, but it's not really horror. It's a vampire movie, but it's not. But you do have the singing of the girl vampire Claudia
Yes.
that is creepier than all of them.
Yes.
I would call that dark fantasy myself. Because it's not meant to, it uses horror tropes, but it's not meant to be horror.
And
in fact, it's almost more, in a weird way, a kind of romantic story where it talks about relationships and all this kind of stuff. And I remember the first time I read it, I said, yeah, this is the most fucking female thing I've ever read in my life. It's like, oh yeah, it was written by a woman. Okay, well, there you go.
And there's also one that I love. It's what we do in the shadows.
Oh yeah. Well, there's that other one that's like, what are the practical consequences of being a vampire?
Yes.
You're theoretically immortal, but you have significant limitations. That's another movie from the 70s, back when Stephen King actually knew how to write. That was really frightening. Was Salem's Lot. That was a very good vampire movie, and what I liked about it is the vampire was a monster and a very terrifying one.
Yes.
You have is After Dark, or is the one with?
After Dark.
After Dark, that one.
They are monsters as well.
Yes, they are monsters. And of course you have John Carpenter vampires, but that's not really our movie because they are just killing vampires.
Yeah.
I think it's a western.
Yeah.
From Dusk Till Dawn, Tarantino.
That one was interesting. I mean, the thing is, it's the Salma Hayek thing. It kind of creates dissonance. Oh my God, it's all these vampires. Oh my Lord, look at her tits.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at her move. What's she doing to that snake?
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, okay. Fright Night, vampire movie.
Yeah.
You
with Grace Jones. Yes.
Oh, Grace Jones.
Is that the one you're talking about? The one they did with Grace Jones?
I don't remember.
The one from 1985. I don't know if she was.
Yeah, it was a 90s movie. I don't remember. I don't remember.
I don't remember her. Funny.
I could swear she was in a. Now it might not have been Fright Night. I could have that. I could be misremembering which one it is.
Well, you have Bram Stoker's Dracula.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, the actor is very good. I love me some, Gary Oldman, but
Yeah, the ending sucks. I like the film, but I don't like the
it,
part. I even like that and having Jesus, Keanu Reeves playing an English guy.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, yes.
that's silly.
Oh,
Dracula dudes.
Salem's Lot
I didn't say
also.
that. I didn't watch the Fright Night remake. I don't know. It's probably recent.
Oh, and then you have those huge blockbusters.
Twilight.
Vampire. Oh
No, I'm thinking
no!
about Twilight. That's the scariest
That's not
vampire film.
that's not a
Film
vampire
ever
movie.
made. They are very
And you're not
scary.
for horror.
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
I was
you.
totally wrong. I was confusing Fright Night with Vamp.
Okay.
Vamp
Mm.
was the movie I was thinking of with Grace Jones.
Oh, and then you have Blade,
Mm-hmm.
Underworld.
Underworld. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
those are action
So
movies.
Underworld again, it's dark fantasy in my view.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Definitely. Yeah.
Because it's an action. In that case, it's
Oh,
action. Yeah, and you just have the vampires there.
and
But just
then
vampires against werewolves.
yeah, and then you also have that one I liked, the Japanese one, Blood the Last Vampire. Have you
Oh,
watched?
yeah.
That's a
What
good one.
about Odd Thomas? It's Bingo Mania asking. Bingo Man, sorry.
Thomas.
I don't think I ever watched Odd Thomas, but the name does ring a bell. But sometimes when you watch a movie in Portuguese, you have no idea.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, is that based on the Dean Koontz book?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
But no, I have never watched this.
Yeah, never watched it.
Another one that was also intriguing was Daybreakers.
I remember the name. Let me check that. Okay, we did Ethan Hawke and William Dafoe. I've watched this, but I can't really remember it.
Well, if you want to go, you have The Addiction.
Yeah, The Addiction.
It's very. You have The Addiction, and then you have The Hunger. They are very intellectual vampire, stylish vampire films.
The Hunger is older.
Yes, I think so. Yes.
Yeah, late 70s, I think. The Addiction is a 90s movie, very, very much.
Yes, it had that
Oh,
girl.
and then you have the Space Vampires, Life Force. I think the name of the movie.
Life Force, yes. And I mean, that movie, they understood their audience. They just have the chick walking naked through the whole
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
And she looked really nice. So, it worked.
Yep.
We don't know that this movie will get any viewership. Let's have her be naked.
Yes. Always works.
Yeah. So, so when I'm thinking of pure body horror,
Oh, body horror, you have.
and then you start asking, are there certain is Eraserhead horror? I think it is.
Eraserhead?
Eraserhead.
Yeah.
It's surreal, so it can be whatever you want as long as
No,
it's surreal.
I think it is surreal horror. I mean, it is horrific. Its themes are horrific. Its visual library is horrific, and it's about fear. So I realize it's a weird film and probably not classically thought of as horror, but it does strike me as being classic body horror. I mean, everyone's distorted in it.
Do you consider Existence body horror?
Existence.
Well, it's a Cronenberg movie,
No.
so there's some body horror there, but
But not the. Yeah, I would say The Fly
not
is
the horror
body
movie.
horror.
Yeah, The Fly.
it
Okay.
has elements
The
of
Sure.
Fly is body. Well, the one with Jeff Goldblum
Mm-hmm.
is
Yes,
body
of
horror.
course.
Yeah.
The original black and white Fly, I
Yeah.
would argue, is just a 50s monster movie.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
Yeah.
It's not horrific in the same way. Yeah, the Goldblum thing with him slowly turning into this hideous hybrid. Yeah, that's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that because body horror oftentimes has that
vomiting on food.
factor of gross out and discomfort, right?
Hmm.
And yes, of course, Lynch as always.
There was this new film by Cronenberg that we didn't. Crimes of Future. What was the name of? There was a film that we didn't. We start watching and then we stopped. It was for sure body horror. Or the House of. I think the name was the same name of another film that he did a long time ago.
Oh, well, if we're talking about classic horror films, Eyes Without a Face, the French surreal horror film, right? Eyes Without a Face.
I didn't watch that one.
I think we watched that one, but I'm not sure.
1960,
I really can't remember
and it's
that.
basically a surgeon trying face
Yes,
transplants.
we watched that one. Yes, we watched this one recently. Yeah.
Yeah, it's that one is, I would
He wants
say,
a face for his
definitely.
daughter, right?
Oh,
Yeah,
Of
no.
course, Cronenberg's Videodrome, right?
yeah.
Cronenberg's
Mhm.
Videodrome.
What they consider
Um,
under the skin horror, body horror movie? That's
Bingo
not.
Man Zero is mentioning the substance, and yeah, that's
Oh,
Yes.
but
yeah,
well, the substance could have been a good movie if they cut the last half hour.
Oh come on! I think it's funny when he transforms into a monster and all that, and I think that is it's over the top, but I thought it was funny.
Very over the top. Oh, another one, a Japanese, Tetsuo, the Iron Man. Did you watch that one?
Tetsuo the Iron Man, yes.
Yes.
And not just body horror, but this weird Japanese
Yes.
amalgam of cyberpunk
Yep.
and body
Yep.
horror.
Yep.
Yeah.
That what Jesus, that one. Oh God.
And what was so terrifying is the poor guy. I mean, the whole point was not just that his body was changing, but that he was in tremendous pain
Yep.
the whole time. Oh,
it's more like science fiction, right? Science fiction horror.
Yes, cyberpunkish horror. Yes. Reanimator. Do you consider body horror?
Maybe.
I don't know really. The problem if you get into stuff that is like Cthulhu adjacent is that oftentimes it involves tentacles and gore and weird transformations.
Yep.
Is it really body horror, or is it just a variation on the monster movie? Is it something more like The Blob?
Yeah. Probably. Yes.
And I don't know. I always have that mixed feeling because, like, if you watch Dagon, I mean, you're seeing people change to these horrific fish things, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like the girl, for instance, who turns out to have the lower body of an octopus, and when she smiles, you see she has all these shark teeth in her mouth.
Yes.
I mean, I guess there's an element of horror, but she's alien, right?
Yep.
It's like it's not really body horror because she's not human to begin with. And I think that's probably one of the elements of body horror that makes it different is it has to be a human transformation. That's why I think, I mean, that's one of the things in New Flesh, right? Is the fact that transhumanism can turn people into monsters. And they might even want it.
Oh, and then you have another, the Naked Lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Well, all Cronenberg movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have.
Even
Some
if
elements.
even if it's not a horror movie, like
Yeah.
Naked Lunch is not a horror movie, but there are elements.
They're always flashy.
Yeah, very flashy. Like Existence, it's not a horror movie at all, but it has body horror.
I'm going to say, for example, Crash, you can say that it has body horror in a sort of different way.
Teeth, I don't know. I don't think.
Teeth. That one, yeah, with the
What a
vagina.
deeply
with the
uncomfortable
vagina,
film. Deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we should watch this one. With the vagina dentata.
Yeah.
You know, a film that did include strong body horror elements was The Taking of Deborah Logan.
Don't know that one.
That movie from 2014 where you have like an old woman and it's presented as a documentary and she supposedly has Alzheimer's. And however they start to capture events that shows that it's more likely that she's actually possessed by something horrific. And of course, that's how the movie ends, is that she actually transforms. So all this, it's like, oh, it's Alzheimer's. No, she's a monster. She's becoming a monster.
Oh, the other day I watched a new a movie that it's I think it's from 2025. Weapons.
I have
No?
not seen that.
Okay, if you have free time, watch it. But
Weapons, okay.
Weapons, yeah.
So here's another question I kind of have. Do you prefer your horror in the form of video entertainment, or is horror better presented in novels and short stories? I mean, in terms of actually being horrific.
It depends. Because when you read the book, everything else is left to your imagination. So it can be scarier.
I think in certain cases that's true. Yeah.
But I think a movie, if it's well done, it can be more impactful. It can make more impact on you than a book, for example.
But I think it will depend of the type of horror. If it's, for example, slash or body horror, it's different when someone is forcing you to see the images. If it's a thriller, if it's a ghost story, then it can be it can also be very scary or scarier in the book, right? It depends.
Yeah.
Well, I agree with this. I think short stories are better at horror than novels. Not necessarily comparing with movies, but my favorite horror stories are short stories.
Well, I would say that I love all of Poe's, but short stories, and I think also although I like the movie with Vincent Price, the short stories are a lot better and scarier. So that's a good example.
Yeah, Poe was very good at that.
Shirley Jackson's The Lottery. H.P. Lovecraft's The Call of Cthulhu. Edgar Allan Poe's The Telltale Heart. I mean, a lot of the really great stuff in horror is not long form. I think part of the problem there is it's difficult to sustain terror over the course of an entire novel.
Yeah, it works better as a short story.
I mean, the longest work Lovecraft did was The Curious Case of Charles Dexter Ward, and properly speaking, it should be called a novelette and not a novel. There's At the Mountains of Madness, which, to be fair, that's a true novel, and he did a really good job with it, but it wasn't scary throughout the whole thing. There was a long build-up.
Yep.
But that's also a thing with, for example, all of Stephen King, most horror writers, and I'm going to say Stephen King as an example, and even Clive Barker that I like, but I really get annoyed that why are you making the book so long? You should be, and I would say in Clive Barker's case that the books of blood are his best works. The novels just go on and on and on. You don't need that many texts. Just go to
I'm not sure if it's called a novel.
It's a novella. No, it's a novella.
Yeah. And that
even
one,
Cabal, it's not very it's dark fantasy, but it's also not very long. But those very
definitely the books of blood are much better than anything else that he wrote. Yeah. And especially the novels, which are this size, 800 pages or something. And then
is there fantasy horror?
Fantasy horror.
Proper fantasy horror.
I think we may have talked about this indirectly.
Grimm's? Any story from the Grimm brothers? Or
I don't remember anything.
The truth is, are those? I mean, yeah, you've got things like what's that movie called? The Babadook. What the heck is it? where it's like a fairy tale monster. The Babadook. The Babadook.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the movie that my wife was watching. Now,
I think it's hard. I mean, yes,
yeah, because
fairy tale
fantasy and
monsters, I
horror,
think you can do it because they're fairy tales, and you're just as helpless against the fairy tale monster as you
as
are
in
against any other kind.
the Hellboys movies.
I would say that
Oh
in
no, that's not horror.
the original fairy tales, the original Grimm brother stories are actually horror or almost horror.
But
Most of
not
them.
fantasy.
Depends on what you
No,
consider fantasy. Are you considering
if
high
if
fantasy?
Fairy tales, I don't know.
if you're talking about like Lord
Fairy tales are
Dunsany and
fantasy.
Tolkien
Yeah.
and even Robert E. Howard, I mean, it really no. And the reason why is in fantasy, magic is part of the milieu.
Hmm.
So there are creatures that are not human, but it's normal.
Yeah,
People
because
know about them.
because monsters and ghosts are part of the world and not that much.
They're part of the world,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
they can
yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
fought. And
Yeah.
Supernatural.
that's why it's like the whole notion that D&D can be used to play war games. I know people love Ravenloft, so I will probably cause you guys to get hate mail. But hey, Ravenloft was never scary. I've played sessions of Call of Cthulhu that had the hair going up on the back of my head, but never D&D. Even when I played Ravenloft back in the day, it was not scary.
Yeah,
It was fun.
yeah, because
It was
yeah.
Victorian. It was
Yeah, but-
Victoriana.
yeah, because in D&D, a vampire is just another monster. Yeah,
A vampire is a powerful monster, and that
Yeah.
creates thrills, but not fear.
Yeah,
Not for the characters. I mean, there's game effects, I guess, but I don't know. It's just not the same thing to my way of thinking.
I never played Ravenloft, and
Yeah.
I don't. I never really. I knew it and I thought about it, but then nah. Let's just play a horror game instead.
There you go.
More sense.
If a horror game is what you're wanting, Ravenloft
Yeah.
is, in my opinion, is not it.
no. Dark Sun is more horror than Ravenloft.
Dark Sun is truly terrible. Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Dark
also
Sun-
terrible from a rules perspective
Yeah,
because
but-
they twisted AD&D second edition so much it's unrecognizable.
Dark Sun is my favorite setting from D&D.
Oh yeah, it's a great one. It is.
Aren't they doing it again, or ruining it?
Oh, I hope not.
I hope not. No, please. Don't.
Please don't ruin it. No, don't do to it what you did to Ravenloft.
We're
No.
not going to touch Dark Sun because it's too problematic.
Yes,
It
because
has
of
slavery.
slavery. Yes.
Yeah, that's enough.
That's very problematic.
Yeah, and the Elflings are cannibals and all of that.
Yes. It's like, no, you can't have that. It's problematic.
And each time you cast a spell, a piece of the earth dies.
Yeah. That part they might like because they could try to turn it into an environmentalist fable. But
Oh, please don't. Yeah, in that case, they should put a monster there that calls Greta the monster. Oh, you should do that, please.
Oh, gracious. Yeah, we're so canceled.
We are already canceled. And
Yeah, I was about to say we're already
I think I'm
canceled.
gonna go turn in for the night because I need
Is it
my
bedtime, guys? You're going to laugh. I actually have to work tonight at 10 my time, believe it or not.
You left
10
work,
p.m. 10 p.m.
so it's still
10
early. For you?
p.m.
What's the
Yeah.
time?
So we're having to do some kind of late night installation. I could go into a long story about it, but I won't.
Yeah, you have to do it at night because that's not nobody.
You are a system administrator or something like that. IT guy.
I'm actually an engineering manager.
Mm.
So for this one
Okay.
particular company, but it's like, holy cow. Anyway, yeah.
It has something to do with Windows or
No, it's not desktop stuff. It's like
server.
servers and
Okay.
software and providing services to clients and good stuff like that, supposedly. So
Format hard drives is the best way to go.
That's a
so anyway, are you needing to head to bed, Sylvia?
Yeah, I'm gonna go. You guys can stay, but I think because I know I'm gonna have issues in the morning, so I'm going to pull Avenger.
well, we've been here for almost 1 hour and a half.
I mean, I think I could continue for long, but I just look at the watch, and I was because we're talking about our movies and all that. But that I think I better go to bed.
Now you'll be dreaming about this stuff all night.
Yeah, that's lovely. I'm not really afraid. I would say that I'm not really afraid of. Even when I was a kid, I was a bit afraid, of course, because I was a kid. But I don't remember a movie that really scared me.
I only remember
I watched The Exorcist when I was a kid.
the other one, and maybe something that I watched even before that, but I literally can't remember. Probably I've watched something that made. But then you get desensitized when you watch.
Yeah, but even when I was a kid, it was
horror.
a type of scare that was interesting because I knew everything was not. I liked being afraid. I liked that. Oh,
Yeah, you are desensitized with as soon as you turn on the TV, all the horror and the news and all of that.
well, thank you guys.
Alrighty, have a good night.
So let's see. Let's hope that we can get back next week and we can do this as a regular live stream.
Sounds good.
Tonight was probably not the best night to start. I guess people are doing other stuff. But let's see. Maybe next week we'll have a larger audience.
Everything has to start somewhere.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Bye
Have a good night, guys.
Okay.
Bye bye.